soft-spoken video. I'm just gonna get right to the point. I want you to play with me. That's right. I've been waiting for this day. Join me in Albion Online. Albion Online is a MMORPG, and I've been playing it now for about a month and a half, and it is pretty cool. I had some misgivings about it when I first started, and I don't think it's a perfect game, but it is quite fun. And well, in that game I have started my own guild, and I have a few members already, but I could use some more. And I figured I would reach out to my followers here and say, yo, if you want to join me in that game, you can download it, you can play it for free. I would recommend that you don't really get into it if you have no option of paying, because it's a $10 a month game for the premium status, and you can think of that as the same thing as like when you played RuneScape back in the day, where you had the free accounts and the member accounts. This is a similar system where you do just get advantages, and if you want to enjoy the game to its fullest, you kind of just need to pay. It used to be a pay-per-month MMO, and then they changed it to free-to-play, but they've retained the pay-per-month, which is nice. It means that the player base is quite full. It is always bustling with individuals. The towns are all overpopulated, so it's worth giving a look anyway. Now I'm going to go over a couple of the main points of the game so that you can get a feel for whether or not you like it. If you are into an open player-run economy, then there probably isn't that many games out there. And if you want like MMORPG, because I guess EVE Online would be a player-run economy, but this one is entirely run by individuals. Everything that you buy and sell has been made by individuals. Even everything that drops from mobs has also been crafted by individuals. They make it and they sell it to something called the black market, and then some of the items in the black market will get destroyed, and some of them will be put out into the world as loot for people to find, which is kind of a neat system. And it means that there is nothing in the game, no loot basically, that is not player generated or gathered by players. And that's kind of neat. And so in that economy you can get good at trade, you can buy, you can sell, you can craft, make profit, do trade runs between cities. It's quite cool, and that's one of my favorite parts of the game. But I understand that a lot of people find it quite boring. So onto the more action-oriented parts of the game. It has full loot PvP in most of the game. There are a few safe zones where you start off and around the main towns, but in what is called the Black Zone, which is by far the biggest part of the game, in the Black Zone there are no safe zones at all basically. It is full loot PvP, and it is dangerous, but if you're into that, it's kind of like the wilderness in RuneScape. I think this game is honestly quite like RuneScape in a lot of ways. If you enjoyed that but want a more modern take on it, this might be the game for you, honestly. It doesn't have a big open perpetual world like RuneScape does. It splits things up into zones, which is both a negative and a positive. The negative being that it doesn't feel as immersive, you know. It definitely feels like you're playing a game, and it isn't much in the sense of role-playing because there's no story, there's no lore really. There's a little bit of lore, but it's very thin. It's just there to act as a delivery method for the game basically. But I don't think you need it. This game doesn't really suffer that much once you get over the fact that it's not a traditional MMORPG, and you just find a good guild that you can banter with. That's honestly where it shines. You can do Hellgates, which are like mini PvP arenas, where you also have to kill a few monsters, and then there's a chest that spawns in the middle once all 3 bosses are down. But you can't just go grab it, you're most likely up against other people, and you don't know who it's going to be. So that's fun. You can also go into actual arenas, which are kind of esport level PvP arenas. Now both of these are not full loot, with the exception of Greater Hellgates. They are 5v5 and full loot, whereas the lesser Hellgates are 2v2 and you don't lose any of the gear. I tend to go through those a lot. You can also have your own island where you can tend to farms or build buildings that you can craft at. Wouldn't recommend that, but you can do it. As the economy is currently, that's not really worth it, but it can be fun for some people to have and tend to an own island. I personally prefer to go the route of laborers. You can build houses on your island, and then you can upgrade those houses and put laborers inside. Those laborers are just NPCs that stand there forever, and you can give them books, and once you give them a book, you can send them on a mission to do what they do. Now, what they do depends on who they are. They can be a prospector who goes out and mines ore. They can be a blacksmith who will bring back steel bars and so on for you. They can be a cropper who'll get you some various fibers that you can make into cloth. And you name it, like skinners, mercenaries, lots of different professions. And you can get these guys to get you materials. It's a massive upfront investment, but in the long run, you should make your money back and then some. So that's quite cool as well. And honestly, there's just a lot more to the game. There's also lots of random dungeons that are not like instances, because people can just enter in behind you and steal from you or start attacking you if you're in a red zone. But there are randomized dungeons that are quite fun to run through with a team. Good for fame, which is like the experience in the game. Good for loot. It's not good for silver, most of them, but it depends on what you do. You can also join factions, which are basically tied to each of the towns, and then you can start fighting against the other towns and their little bases and outposts. There's a lot of content, and at the same time there isn't that much. If you like what's there, it's enough to keep you busy. But if you find it to be lacking, if you're the kind of person who prefers to go out and do quests and be like a solo player, the game probably isn't for you. I would recommend another game then. But if you are a sort of social player and you want to play with me and my crew, I made the guild with a dude called Rascals, and he's full of banter. He is very fun to play with. And he makes the whole game worth it, honestly. It's kind of sort of boring without him, but with him, it's pretty sick. And you kind of just get to go through this adventure and playing the game with someone who makes it fun. Yeah. But we want to go to the next level, and for that we need people. Lots and lots of people. So I'm going to put a referral link down below, and if you go via that referral link and create an account and so on, download the game, nice. Only the people who actually buy premium will count towards my referral system, but hey, maybe there's like 5 of you who do that and I get a nice mount in the game. But the guild that I've created in game is called Goodfellas. So good space and fellas, Fellas. And I also have a Discord server for that guild. I'll leave a link to the Discord server down below as well, so if you want to pop in and you want to ask any questions, you can do that. But if you don't, that's also fine. Keep it relevant to Albion. There's no sense in popping in and being like, yo, when are you gonna upload a new video? Because I'm not interested in talking about that in that space. It's not my ASMR Discord, it's not meant for that, it's meant for the guild in Albion. And if you want to join us to make the best guild ever, then you're more than welcome to. I'm going to leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed.